What's going on, guys? P Will back here for another video. Today the topic is taking leave in the Army. So the biggest question, one of the biggest questions I get is about whether or not I can take leave after Army basic training, all types of questions about leave. So I'm going to answer and put to ease all of your concerns and fears about taking leave in the Army. Alright, so jumping right into this video. No, you do not get to take leave after basic training. Basic training, for those of you who don't know, is 10 weeks long total. You do get family day and graduation. Your family is authorized to come see you at basic training after those days, but you are not authorized to take leave at all during or after basic training. The rare exception to this is if your basic training does fall during the Christmas time. So if that is the case, you will get what is called holiday block leave, and it's from December 8th or December 18th to January 1st or 2nd. I don't remember exactly which one it is. This is when you are authorized to take leave. Now, technically, you don't have enough leave to take during basic training for block leave, but the Army will give you enough leave to give you 14 days total, but that will come out of future. You will go into the hole, and they will take leave that you earn over the next coming months until you pay back what you spend. But saying that your basic training doesn't fall during block leave, you will graduate basic training, have your family day and graduation day, and go straight to AIT. You will be authorized to block leave in AIT just like you would be during basic training, but you're going to go straight to AIT, and you're not authorized leave unless it's block leave in AIT either. But once you graduate AIT, you are authorized to take leave. Most people take about 14 days. I did not take leave after graduation immediately following. I went to my duty station, got settled in, figured out when the summer block leave period was, and then took leave for summer block leave around 4th of July. So talking about block leave, the Army offers 2 block leave periods during the year. You've got your summer block leave, which is typically, each unit is different, but typically around the 4th of July, somewhere in that time frame, and then also again at Christmas time. Block leave is a set period of time during the training cycle where you've got a month typically, and you've got a month where no training is scheduled, and pretty much any leave that comes in will be approved because it's time that is set aside for the soldiers to take leave. So yeah, if you don't take leave during this time frame, work will be pretty slight. There will not be a lot going on, but just know that during block leave periods, leave will pretty much 100% be guaranteed. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that you have to take leave during block leave blocks. You can take leave outside of the block leave periods. Just know that there is a chance, if it interferes with training or there's too many people gone already, there is a chance that they can deny your leave if it falls outside of the block leave periods. So that is a concern and just something to know if you want to take leave outside of the authorized block leave periods. So talking about leave itself and how it relates to the Army offers, gives you 2.5 days of leave per 30 days. So anybody that's good at math knows that's 30 days a year of leave, which is really great if you look at it. You know, a lot of civilian companies out there might only offer 14 days leave, but the Army offers 30 days paid leave every year, which is very competitive in the civilian market. Now, there's something similar to leave that I'm not going to go into great detail about in this video. I'm just going to tell you about it real quick. It's called HRAP, Hometown Recruiting Assistance Program. This is where you get to take leave, not really leave, you go back to your home recruiting station, and technically you're kind of on leave. You might not work full days, but you're just going to help your recruiter go out and talk to kids about joining the Army. They mostly want people right out of AIT basic training, so it's going to be a little harder as you progress into your career to get HRAP, but it's either 2 weeks or 30 days, I'm not exactly which, where you go back home, recruit, and work out of your old recruiting office. Now, one thing to know that not a lot of people know is that any expenses, like travel expenses, plane tickets for leave that you might come upon, traveling during leave, the Army does not pay for any of that. Any expenses that you incur to travel during your leave is on your own dime. The Army does not pay for any travel unless you're on active duty Army orders, going to like a training or going TDY or something like that. So yeah, the Army's not going to pay for you to go on leave. So my piece of advice about taking leave in the Army is, at a minimum, at least, you want to schedule your leave 30 days in advance. Now your first line supervisor will probably, make this a minimum, like a standard, but this just guarantees that it takes time for your leave to get approved, to go up through battalion, brigade, and all that, to get signed off by all the proper personnel. So it just gives it time to get approved, and at least if you get denied, you can put in leave for a different time frame, and you've got flexibility in your schedule. So I go like 3 months in advance at least for my personal, and sometimes even 6 months, but at a minimum 1 month to put in your leave before your actual leave day starts. So 1 month, wait 1 month at least. Other important notes about leave in the Army: leave does roll over. So if you get 30 days a year, but say you don't take 30 days one year, any extra days do roll over into the next year, but you can only accrue 60 days total of leave. You cannot have like 65 days or whatever. You can't have 60 plus days. They become use or lose. You either use them or you lose them. You don't get them back. The Army does offer where they will buy your unused leave days. So if you're getting up to close to that 60 mark and you want to sell some of your leave, I don't know the prices and everything. I hear they're pretty decent, but most people just take their leave because they want some off time. But the Army will buy your unused leave days. But just because you have 60 days doesn't mean that you can take 60 days at all at one time. I mean, you might be able to, but most commands generally will only authorize up to 30 days of leave at one time. So just because you have 60 days doesn't mean you get to take 60 days. But yeah, you can put it in, but it probably won't get approved. So yeah, guys, that's just some basic information about leave in the Army. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but I wanted to let you guys know. Any other questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. Come on over to my Instagram at pwilson35. I love answering your guys' questions over there. But I'll get back to any comments down in the comment section. I usually get back in a couple hours, so don't be afraid to leave them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.